Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Siti Munira Khoima. I am from Group 2. Our video presentation is about 4 types of organization culture. So now I will explain an overview of organization culture. Since the 1980s, organization culture has received a great deal of attention and interest. According to Mangkunagara 2005, organization culture is a collection of assumptions, beliefs, values, and norms within an organization. It includes variety elements such as jargon, communication pattern, value, decision-making style, ethics, and a lot more. Some of these elements are obvious, while others are not, and it all depends on the individual thought and assumptions. Hence, organizational culture creates a framework of common views and values that all members accept, which will impact their understanding, thinking, and emotional reaction to diverse challenges. Furthermore, organizational culture functions as a control system influencing how employees interact to one another and also to external stakeholders. Change in organizational culture results change in employee behavior. This cultural shift have an effect on all levels of organization. Thus, the behavior of organizational leader play important role as it has a huge impact, a huge influence on the success of creating and encouraging organizational culture because their actions set an example for the entire organization. Leaders convey what is valued and what is not by how they interact with their staff, make decisions, and handle issues. Next, according to Cameron and Quinn, their model of organizational culture can be classified into 4 main types. First is clan, adhocracy, hierarchy, and market. This category represents distinct set of values, beliefs, and goals that shape the culture within an organization.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurul Hasanah binti Zainuddin. So I will explain the first culture, which is clan culture. The initial type of organizational culture is known as clan culture. Have you ever come across individuals referring to their colleagues as family? This indicates that they are operating within a clan culture, also referred to as a collaborative culture, which places significant emphasis on teamwork and unity. Clan cultures create an extremely inclusive work atmosphere that places great importance on elements like relationship, moral, active involvement, and collective agreement. When it comes to leadership, managers are seen as mentors rather than commanding figures whose sole responsibility is to provide instruction and administer disciplinary actions. Next, the characteristics of clan. Clan culture in the workplace creates a close-knit and supportive group where members feel a strong sense of belonging and look out for one another. Here are the key characteristics of clan culture. Firstly, group members feel a strong connection and being part of something larger than themselves. This leads to a deep emotional bond, a willingness to work harder for the group, and a greater loyalty to the group than to individual members. Secondly, group members spend a lot of time together. Even outside of work, the bonds formed within the group continue to exist outside of work hours. Thirdly, organizations with clan culture makes employees feel like they all belong together. There is a higher loyalty towards each other compared to outsiders. Lastly, the strong connection within the group make it easier to work as a team. However, it can be challenging to integrate with other groups or adapt to changes in the environment. In business, clan culture can be effective, but its effectiveness depends on specific circumstances and situations. An example of clan culture is, in a company with a clan culture, there is a warm and familial working environment where shared values and beliefs contribute to the company's success. For instance, in a garment company, the owner may hire employees based on trust and shared vision. This creates a sense of family among the staff rather than just colleagues. The owner takes on the role of a leader, guiding and nurturing the employees while managing the business. The employees have direct access to the owner to address any company-related issues. This close relationship instills confidence in the owner that the staff can take care of their stock business. It also grants employees certain freedoms because the owner recognizes their abilities to handle the business operations. Lastly, I will talk about the pros and cons of this type of culture. Clan culture, like any other business environment, has its strength. Here are some advantages of clan culture. Firstly, strong bonds. In clan culture example, people support and care for each other, creating robust networks within the organizations. Members can rely on one another in times of need. Secondly, effective teamwork. Clan culture fosters a positive environment where everyone collaborates for the organization's benefit. It facilitates easier decision making as individuals come together to determine what is best for the group. While clean culture as an organizational structure may not be suitable for everyone, there are several disadvantages to consider. Firstly, high exclusivity. People in clean culture organizations may be seen as forming elites and excluding outsiders. They tend to rely heavily on each other rather than tapping into a diverse range of skills from other individuals in the organization. This can create an insular environment. Secondly, challenge for outsiders. Challenge arise for outsiders in clan culture as they may face difficulties building relationship with existing employers who share close bonds. This can hinder effective collaboration in work situations and impede the integration of new talent, thereby limiting the organization's ability to expand and grow.
Hello and greetings everyone. My name is Povera and I will be present about adhocracy culture. Adhocracy culture is an organizational culture that emphasizes natural decision making and prioritizes completing tasks as they arise. In this culture, individuals collaborate and find the best solution for current problem. It fosters an environment that encourages creative thinking and is less focused on strict compliance and governance. Adhocracy culture allows individuals and teams to be flexible and innovative when dealing with challenge. It promotes adaptability, creativity, and collaboration, helping organizations stay agile and competitive in dynamic and rapidly evolving environment. Tesla is a good example of an organization with an adhocracy culture for several reasons. Tesla is a company that has been able to implement an adhocracy culture successfully. Its flat organizational structures allows communication to be more effective and for ideas to flow more freely. Additionally, Tesla encouraged its employees to be creative and come up with new ideas, which result in the release of many successful cars over the years. Tesla adhocracy culture is evidenced in its strong commitment to innovation. The company consistently pushed the boundaries of technology, introducing groundbreaking products like electric vehicle, solar roof, and self-driving capabilities. This focus on innovation and experimentation aligns with the core principle of adhocracy culture. Adhocracy culture is characterized by several key traits. This characteristic includes creativity and innovation, flat organizational structure, result-oriented, and learning orientation. Firstly, innovation and creativity. Adhocracy cultures are characterized by the flexibility and adaptability in response to changing circumstances. They are keenly aware of market shifts, emerging trends, and customer demands, enabling organizations to swiftly and effectively make adjustments as needed. Secondly, flat organizational structure. Adhocracy culture often have a flattened organizational structure with fewer hierarchical layers. In adhocracy culture, everyone has the same power and role as there are flat organizational structures. This means that there is no for boundaries or titles such as manager or supervisor. This promotes faster decision making, increased agility, and facilitate collaboration across teams and departments. Thirdly, result-oriented. Adhocracy culture focuses on outcomes and results rather than rigid process. They value achievement and reward individuals and teams based on their contribution and the impact of their work. Lastly, learning orientation. Adhocracy culture emphasizes continuous learning and personal growth. They value a culture of learning from both success and failures and encouraging employees to experiment, reflect, and evolve. There are also pros and cons in adhocracy culture. Adhocracy culture in an organization has several advantages which are adaptability, creativity, and innovation. First of all, adaptability. Organizations with adhocracy culture are known for their flexibility and ability to adapt to changing circumstances easily. Adhocracy culture allows organizations to be flexible and responsive to changes in the external environment. Next is creativity and innovation. Adhocracy cultures cultivates an environment conducive to creativity and innovation by providing a platform for individuals to express their opinions freely. Empowering employees able to share their thoughts and ideas sparks collaborations, brainstorming, and exploring unconventional solutions. This culture of open expression often leads to the generation of fresh ideas and creative problem-solving approaches. While advocacy culture has its advantage, there are also disadvantages that organizations should consider, which are lack of structure and possible burnout for employees. Firstly, lack of structures. Organizations with advocacy cultures are described as being low on the hierarchy, meaning they have a flattened organizational structure. Advocacy culture often lacks formal structures and process, leading to a lack of clarity in roles, responsibilities, and decision making. Without clear guidelines, it may be challenging for employees to understand expectations and align their efforts. Secondly, possible burnout for employees. An advocacy culture, fast-paced, and high-pressure nature can lead to a burnout among employees. The constant drive for innovation and risk-taking can create an environment where work-life balance is compromised and stress levels are high. The relentless drive for innovation can lead to a high pressure and expectation on employees, causing stress and exhaustion.
Hi, I'm McVelly, so I will explain about the hierarchy culture. Hierarchy culture is a way of organizing a company where there are leaders who make the important decisions and set the rules. It's like a pyramid where the people at the top have the most power and authority, and the people lower down in the pyramid has less freedom to make decisions on their own. In this type of culture, employees are supposed to follow the rules and do things the right way. The bosses are the ones who make the decisions and tell the lower level employees what they should do. The main focus is one, being efficient, staying in control, and keep everything stable. Military organization can be an example of hierarchy culture. In a hierarchical military culture, lower ranking members are expected to follow orders without questioning them. This means that when a command is given, it should be followed right away and without any hesitation. This obedience is extremely important for keeping discipline, unity, and ensuring that military operations run smoothly and effectively. Next, I will talk about the characteristic of this culture. The first one is clear hierarchical structure. Means that the organization has a clear and structured system of levels of management. Each level has its own specific responsibility and authority, and employees know their roles and who they report to. Next, centralized decision making means that the power to make important decisions is concentrated at the top of the hierarchy, and the top level executive or manager make these key decisions and information flows from the top down. Meanwhile, the lower level employees usually don't have much freedom to make decisions on their own. Other than that, formal rules and procedures refers to a strong emphasis on following rules, policies, and procedures in the organization. The process within the organization are well documented, and employees are expected to follow the established guidelines. Standardized and compliance with these rules are highly valued. Last but not least, respect for authority means that hierarchical cultures place a lot of importance on showing respect to authority figures and seniority. Employees are expected to follow the chain of command, and there is a formal system for reporting and being accountable. Employees are also expected to defer to those in higher positions. Lastly, I will talk about the pros and cons of this culture. In a hierarchical culture, clear communication and expectation plays an important role in maintaining effective teamwork. Clear communication and expectations means that everything in this culture is explained and defined clearly. This helps people understand what they are supposed to do, and this also reduces confusion. It makes it easier for everyone to know what is expected from them, like their responsibility and tasks. On the other hand, a sense of security and predictability means that employees in this culture feel safe and comfortable because they know what will happen. They understand the rules and procedures that are in place, which creates a stable environment. They also know what to expect, and this can make them feel more secure. Next, cons. Hierarchy culture also has its own disadvantage. The first one is inflexible and unsupportive environment, which means that when our culture focuses too much on following rules and procedures, it can make the workplace feel strict and unchanging. This makes it hard for employees to adjust to new situations or get help when they need it. It may create a sense that the organization doesn't care about the individual's needs. Similar with a lack of innovation and growth. This occurs when there is too much emphasis on sticking to established procedures. This can discourage employees from thinking creatively or trying new ideas. People may be scared to do things differently, which can stop to be new and innovative ideas from coming up and limit the organization's progress.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nushafira and I'll be explaining on the last type of organization culture, which is market culture. A market culture is a style of corporate culture that focuses on an atmosphere that's strong competition. This competitiveness apply not only to the businesses and its market competitors but also within the organization to its employees. Companies that embrace market culture focus on encouraging competition between employees to foster innovation, healthy growth, and competitive ideas, and to provide opportunities for employees to advance in the company through competitive effort. Also, company leaders in a market culture typically encourage employees to set challenging goals for themselves or their teams and work harder to reach those goals. As an example of market cultures, Amazon has gained attention for its unwavering company cultures. Employees have candidly expressed that they are under pressure to achieve outcomes and advance in their careers, disregarding any personal cost. Although Amazon may deny this allegation, the company's obvious emphasis on success means they are still fit the market culture mold. One of the Amazon guiding principle is to deliver results. The company states that its leaders concentrate on the critical factor for their businesses and ensure they are delivered in timely manners and with appropriate quality. The first characteristic is competitiveness. Market culture emphasizes competitiveness between organization and its competitors and between employees. Internally, over-competitiveness can cause issue because staff cannot collaborate well. Many consulting companies and law firms are renowned for this kind of environment. Secondly, result orientation. Market culture heavily focuses on performance, result, and achievement. The success is defined by profits and market penetration. Next, customer focus. Customers are the center of how companies with a prevalent market culture make decisions. This includes products, in-store experience, and online experience. It involves a lot of customer research, but is hugely important to the company's success. And the last characteristic is getting things done. Finishing the work is very important in the market culture. In this culture, staying late or working outside of working hour to get things done is often celebrated as seen as required to achieve business goals. One of the advantages of this culture is a healthy competition. Market culture may encourage healthy levels of competition between employees, which can help encourage employees to grow and build a stronger relationship as employees compete, and build a better sportsmanship skills with wins and losses. Next, more innovation. Encouraging employees to be more competitive may help to create more innovation in the companies, creating a new product, services, or method that can give companies a competitive advantage in their target market. As for the disadvantages, firstly, more burnout. Burnout is a term that describes the exhaustion employees might feel when they work too hard for a long period of time. Market cultures can increase burnout by encouraging employees to work harder to excel and beat their competitors. Next, unsupportive work environment. The need of continuous competition with other employees might produce an unsupportive work environment where employees concentrate on themselves instead of working as a team. This may result in lower employees' motivation and higher turnover rates for the business.
In conclusion, understanding and address different types of organization culture is important in change and organization development because change agent or the organization may improve organizational effectiveness and effectively implement the change. They need to recognize and match the various cultures category with their goals and the external environment. Since the organizational culture is always changing, assessing the culture can be challenging. Nevertheless, it is necessary for organizations to develop a comprehensive awareness of different cultures since organizational culture is a key factor in influencing employee satisfaction and productivity. It significantly affects both of team morale and the overall work environment. According to Robert E. Quinn, a professor at University of Michigan Ross School of Business, having a comprehensive grasp of the company current condition and identifying the intended future state is crucial. That's all from our group. Thank you.